gaining. Here's your wrestling news for November 20th, 2025. Your headlines for today include Cody Rhodes triggers major controversy after Raw, WWE in hot water. Did John Cena accidentally spoil an AEW star's WWE return? Joe Hendry getting special treatment in WWE locker room questions. WWE confirms Seth Rollins' next appearance after surgery. WWE's quiet act of revenge comes to light. Tony Khan says AEW is closing the gap on SmackDown. WWE Developmental wrestler Ivan Warsaw's ex-wife and her partner arrested for his murder. WWE star quit Tesla career to chase wrestling dream, and more. WWE and Cody Rhodes may be facing some heat after what unfolded once Raw went off the air this week. The closing segment featured the shocking returns of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, but two specific moments have now sparked internal concern, particularly with TKO. During the chaotic brawl, Roman Reigns charged at Bronson Reed and speared him through the barricade. In the process, he accidentally wiped out several New York police officers stationed at ringside. The moment was clearly unintentional, but the visuals still caught fans off guard. Moments later, another spot became the center of discussion. Cody Rhodes grabbed a kendo stick and proceeded to lay into one of the NYPD officers. Fans in attendance captured the moment from multiple angles, and the footage quickly made its way online. While the officers were almost certainly local actors or independent wrestlers brought in to portray law enforcement, the optics didn't sit well with many observers. Despite being kayfabe and fully scripted, dirt sheets are reporting that the visual of Rhodes using force against what appeared to be New York's finest cast WWE in a negative light, and some felt it gave off the impression that the company was glamorizing violence against police officers. According to early reports, the reaction behind the scenes has been mixed, but the segment reportedly landed poorly with TKO, perhaps even more so than with WWE's own PR team. As the footage continues circulating, attention now turns to whether WWE or TKO will address the backlash or simply hope the controversy fades. What's your take on the segment? Do you think the backlash is justified, or is the situation being blown out of proportion? Share your thoughts below. Did you catch the hint John Cena dropped during his pipe bomb months ago? Fans are now pointing out that Cena may have subtly teased two major returns long before they actually happen. During the John Cena tournament this past week, both Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, and Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, made their surprise appearances. And now fans have realized something interesting. Cena name-dropped both of them during his infamous pipe bomb promo on SmackDown back on June 20th. Out of the three names Cena mentioned in that promo, two have already returned, Nemeth and Cardona. The only name still missing is Claudio Castagnoli, better known to WWE fans as Cesaro. Naturally, that has sparked speculation online that Cesaro might also be on his way back. Unfortunately for WWE fans, that return seems unlikely anytime soon. Cesaro is currently signed up with AEW, and according to a Fightful report from September, Claudio still has 2 years remaining on his contract. Unless WWE reaches out to AEW for a one-off appearance, perhaps as a Cena request for his final match, the chances of seeing Cesaro back in WWE are slim. And given the recent tension between the two companies, along with both sides taking occasional digs at each other, the idea of Claudio appearing in WWE, even for a single night, feels even more unlikely. Do you think Cesaro will ever return to WWE, or is that chapter officially closed? Share your thoughts below. Joe Hendry has officially signed with WWE following the expiration of his TNA contract, a move that had been anticipated for months. But the bigger story surfaced during a Fightful Select Q&A, where Sean Ross Sapp revealed that Hendry is being paid on par with main roster talent. Sapp also noted that WWE is already eyeing him for the NXT title picture, and added that Ricky Saints and Ethan Page are expected to transition to the main roster soon, opening up space for Hendry to rise within NXT. Main roster WWE salaries typically fall between $300,000 and $400,000 annually, not counting bonuses, merchandise revenue, and pay-per-view payouts. For someone currently working NXT, receiving that level of pay is a strong indicator of how highly WWE values Hendry's potential. While the length of Hendry's contract hasn't been confirmed, WWE's usual structure offers some clues. NXT deals typically run between 1 and 3 years, while main roster contracts span 3 to 5. Given that Hendry is being paid above the main roster minimum, it's very possible he signed a 3-year contract, though nothing has been officially verified. Does this mean WWE views Joe Hendry as a long-term investment, or are they testing the waters before committing to a major push? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Seth Rollins may still be recovering from shoulder surgery, but he isn't staying out of the spotlight for long. While the former World Heavyweight Champion remains off WWE television, a new public appearance has officially been confirmed, and it's set for Christmas Day. Netflix Sports announced that Rollins will appear as a special guest during Game 2 of the December 25th Christmas Gameday broadcast featuring the Detroit Lions vs. Minnesota Vikings at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The full day of Christmas football will stream exclusively on Netflix, marking a major crossover moment for Rollins during his time away from the ring. Are you planning to tune in to see Seth Rollins on Netflix's Christmas Gameday? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Tony Khan is feeling confident, and he wants everyone to know that AEW isn't just staying afloat, it's actively gaining ground on WWE. During his conversation with Ariel Helwani, the AEW president claimed the company is experiencing one of its strongest competitive stretches when measured directly against WWE programming, particularly SmackDown. Khan argued that the viewership ratio between AEW Dynamite and WWE SmackDown is now closer than it's been in years, crediting the rise to momentum across both traditional cable and AEW's expanded reach through HBO Max. He noted that when Dynamite's numbers are viewed as a share of WWE's audience, the comparison looks stronger than many might expect. If you look at where WWE is, say the audience of Dynamite compared to SmackDown for example, or Raw, this is a great time for us. We've really closed the gap. It's kind of like in the pandemic. If you look at where AEW is as a percentage of the WWE shows, this is really one of our strongest runs. Khan also pointed to AEW's streaming presence on HBO Max as part of the momentum, though he acknowledged that he doesn't have direct access to the full analytics. Even without exact streaming data, he highlighted AEW's recent cable performance, particularly Blood and Guts 2025 and Strong Weeks for Collision, as proof that the product is connecting with audiences more than ever. Whether fans agree with Khan's interpretation or not, his message is clear: AEW isn't just surviving the competitive landscape, it's pushing to close the gap on WWE's top shows with real intent. Do you believe AEW is genuinely closing in on SmackDown? Share your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. The July killing of former WWE developmental talent Kevin Nickel has taken a major turn, as the U.S. Marshals have confirmed the arrest of two suspects, one of them Nickel's own ex-wife. According to officials, both suspects were taken into custody on November 17, 2025, bringing a tragic case back into the spotlight. Nickel, known to wrestling fans as Ivan Warsaw and Knuckles Madsen, died on July 11th after being found with a gunshot wound to the abdomen in Rogers, Arkansas. He was rushed to a hospital but later passed away. He was only 41 years old. The U.S. Marshals Service announced that Michael Hogue has been charged with first-degree murder, while Amanda Penny, Nickel's ex-wife, has been charged with accomplice to murder in the first degree. Both suspects are also facing additional weapons-related charges. Nickel's mother, Susan Kinderman, spoke to CBS affiliate TVH11 and confirmed that Penny was Nickel's ex-wife and that their divorce had been finalized just days before his death. According to Kinderman, investigators believe her son may have been lured to meet with Penny and Hogue shortly before the shooting. There was some kind of an argument. Maybe there was texting going back and forth. I think they enticed Kevin to meet up with them. I was told by the detectives that there was some kind of altercation. Shots were fired and Kevin was killed, and that's all we really know. Kinderman also shared background on Nickel and Penny's relationship, explaining how far back their connection went. She was his first friend that he met in high school. They were dating, then they got married, they were happy for a long time, and then I guess they started to grow apart. Kevin took a job where he could be gone weeks at a time, and things just progressively got worse until they divorced. On November 19th, a bond hearing was held for Hogue and Penny. Prosecutors revealed new details in court, including a critical statement from Nickel himself. Josh Robinson, the prosecuting attorney, stated that Nickel identified Hogue as the shooter before he died. According to Robinson, Nickel flagged down a passing driver for help and told them that Hogue shot him. Bond was then set at $750,000 for Hogue and $500,000 for Penny. Both suspects are scheduled to return to court on January 5, 2026, and still face multiple weapons charges in addition to their murder counts. Nickel, who held a WWE developmental deal in 2012, went on to wrestle across Texas, Arkansas, and Memphis through 2024, even headlining TCW events against Jerry Lawler. His career continued long after his time in WWE, making him a well-known figure on the independent circuit. Zack Ryder made his surprise return on the November 14th edition of SmackDown and even captured the classic Triple H pointing photo afterward, a moment many fans immediately celebrated. But following the show, Ryder shared an interesting detail that made the encounter far more meaningful than it appeared on the surface. Speaking on Not Sam Wrestling, Ryder revealed that the moment was a genuine full-circle experience. His very first match in Albany years ago was against Triple H, and now, in the same arena, he found himself standing beside the game, posing for the iconic finger-point photo. After cooling down backstage, Ryder looked up his history on Cage Match and rediscovered that his debut in the city was a tag team bout, Hawkins and Ryder against Triple H and Jeff Hardy. Ryder explained that he came across an image from that match where he was taking a spinebuster from Triple H. This time he was back in the same building, being pointed at in an approval by the same man. The coincidence added emotional weight that made the moment even more special. Zack Ryder's return underscored why WWE nostalgia continues to resonate. Now the question becomes whether this one-off appearance leads to something more, especially with fans clearly showing they still love him. For years, WWE fans and many wrestlers have repeated the idea that a 90-day non-compete clause is a standard part of WWE contracts, but according to David Otunga, that long-accepted belief isn't actually true. His recent conversation with Ariel Helwani revealed a very different reality behind WWE's legal language. Otunga explained that the contract he reviewed did not list a 90-day clause anywhere. Instead, the document outlined a full 1-year non-compete, leaving the commonly referenced 90-day period as nothing more than WWE's chosen practice, not a contractual obligation. In the contract that I looked at when preparing for this, there's just a 1 year. It does not say anything about 90 days or anything like that. It's a 1-year non-compete. However, it's up to WWE's discretion because it can be up to 1 year. According to Otunga, the assumption that a 90-day non-compete is standard is simply inaccurate. The paperwork itself tells a much stricter story. So people just assume it's a 90-day non-compete, but you actually go and look at the contract, it does not say anything in there about 90 days. It says 1 year. This topic resurfaced during a discussion about Andrade El Idolo, who appeared briefly in AEW after leaving WWE before being pulled from television amid reports of a cease and desist. Otunga stated that WWE is enforcing the full 1-year clause in Andrade's case and doing so without pay, something Otunga has never seen before and something that could be interpreted as a form of retaliation for Andrade's behavior during his final days with the company. This is the first time I ever recall WWE wanted to enforce this. They enforced this against Andrade for an entire year without pay. Otunga went on to say that Andrade could likely win if he challenged WWE in court, but the battle would be long, expensive, and grueling. I think if Andrade wanted to challenge this in court, I think he would likely be successful, to be honest with you, but that is quite a headache and an endeavor in and of itself. Adding another layer to the issue, WWE contracts also force disputes into arbitration rather than public courts, making any legal challenge even harder for talent to pursue. Now that the true language of the non-compete is getting more attention, wrestlers and legal observers are beginning to question whether WWE can continue enforcing these terms under the TKO era. Shiloh Hill didn't just win LFG, he walked away from a full-fledged tech career at Tesla to chase a life in WWE, and the story behind that decision sounds like something straight out of a movie. Speaking with Going Ringside, the Stanford linebacker turned WWE prospect revealed that he had lined up what he believed was the perfect job, one that aligned with every degree he earned in college, but the moment WWE came calling, everything changed. Hill explained that he had been hired as a software developer at Tesla after studying psychology, computer science, and sustainability science. On paper, it was exactly the kind of opportunity most graduates dream about. In reality, it didn't satisfy the part of him that craved something bigger. I had actually gotten a job at Tesla. I was a software developer there, which was kind of the best case job for all my everything I studied combined together. But it was missing something, man. I was sitting at a desk for the majority of the day. I didn't get to punch anyone in the face. It wasn't as exciting as I thought. Things took an unexpected turn when he told his boss he was considering a WWE offer. Instead of urging him to stay, his boss immediately encouraged him to go, and for a reason Hill didn't see coming. His boss, who was from India, turned out to be a massive WWE fan. I remember talking to my boss at the time. I was like, I actually might go wrestle. And he asked, like WWE? When I said yes, he goes, dude, you have to do it. Hill said the reaction surprised him, but what came next made everything click. "You don't understand. All we watch in India is cricket in WWE. I love WWE. Bro, you absolutely go do it. If it doesn't work out, I'm sure you could come back, but that's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You gotta go try it." That push was all Hill needed. He left Tesla behind, reported to the WWE Performance Center, and is now positioned as one of the standout prospects emerging from the LFG class. Shiloh Hill's journey to WWE wasn't clean or conventional, but it was honest, unexpected, and driven by passion. Walking away from a stable tech career to leap into sports entertainment takes guts, and Hill is already proving that he made the right choice. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.